So you're wondering why everybody is obsessed with this one person and why everybody wants to be them. Let's not focus on this. It's being kind of annoying today. Anyway, welcome. Today we're talking about why everybody wants to be friends with this certain person. How you can be that certain person. Whether you want to or not, this is honestly a kind of a good way to like level up your life, I'm not gonna lie. But I thought this would be an interesting topic to talk about, so I did a little bit of reading, I did a little bit of listening. Some of this wisdom is from the Wizard Liz herself. Some of this is from my own personal observation and growth. Number one thing, why is everybody oh, you know what? Let's like make a character, okay? Let's name her, damn, I don't know what to name her. Ivy. She is just so well known. Everybody at school loves her. She's so popular. Everybody wants to be her. Everybody wants to be friends with her. Everybody wants to hang out with her. And she's not really the type that's like annoying about it, you know? She's not like your pick me, I guess. Why is she like that? So let's pretend we're paparazzi, okay? And let's figure out why everybody's so obsessed with her. The number one thing that we realize is that Ivy is hella obsessed with herself. She is so invested and indulged in herself and making and leveling up in every area of her life that you have everything that everybody else doesn't. And as in, like, you know, like natural human beings, not that you'd be synthetic, but my point is, as a animal with animalistic tendencies, everybody wants to be Ivy because Ivy is everything that everybody else isn't. It's always all about Ivy. In her mind. Outside, she's a very kind human being. But this is how everything works in Ivy's life. She makes everything about her. Every time when people see her doing better than them, they automatically want to be her or be around her. Because human nature is to be attracted to whatever you don't have. So everybody is a greedy individual. That is what the human species is, okay? And we always want what we don't have. We're always grasping for more. So when somebody else has something that we don't have, we automatically want that. That is something that we want as a part of our lives because we think that it's somehow going to seep into our own lives and we're going to get what we don't have. People who have fun, happy, attractive lives like Ivy, her friends are instantly attracted to it. Everybody that loves her is instantly attracted to it because she seems like she's having the time of her life all the time. Like her whole life seems like a roller coaster ride. Like everybody wants to just be a part of it because it seems like so much fun. But let's talk about Ivy, right? Her mindset is right. She is determined to get what she wants. And they radiate this different type of energy because people who are focused on what they want, right? They're not worried about what other people are going to think or how other people are going to judge them. They know it's going to happen regardless of whatever they do. So they're not going to let it bother what they're already doing they want to do right now. They radiate a different type of energy. And I'm telling you, everything is about energy. And I learned that from Tam. The people radiate a different type of high vibration energy when they're really working hard for what they want. That is what attracts other people towards Ivy because she's emitting this type of vibration and this vibe that is just kind of attracting other people because she knows what she wants and it's a very clean, cleansed, calm type of power. This person knows what they want. They know what type of person they want to be and they put themselves in that role every single day. They may be at level 50 and act like they're at level 80 because how else are you gonna get to level 80 if you keep acting like a level 50? Like that doesn't make sense. I'm gonna make another episode talking about this like little phenomenon and it makes me so excited because I love talking about this, but that's like a whole different topic that I can touch up on. How are you gonna get to an 8 if you keep acting like a 5? That doesn't make sense. You need to be emitting level 8 energy, you know, if you want to get there. How are you going to be a level 8 and emit level 5 energy? That doesn't make sense. How is everybody going to say that, oh my god, yeah, she's totally an 8 if you're, you know, running around acting like a 5? That doesn't make any sense. Like that, they don't, you know, they don't care what anybody else has to say about them. They only care about what they want and how they're going to get it. What they want is to be level 8. So they're going to start acting like level 8 because in their minds, that's what they think they're worth. And everybody around them is automatically going to think, oh yeah, Ivy's so cool because she's, you know, she's a level 8. Like, she's so, like, she is so determined and she knows what she wants, because that is the vibe that she is emitting. Even if she's at level 7 still, if she's a 7, how is she gonna be a 10 if she's acting like a 7 forever? You know? Exactly. So other people's opinions don't matter to her. Yeah, she's very grateful that people really like her and want to be around her and want to be her friend, but she doesn't let the hate get to her, and she never lets the, you know, all the love get to her either. She's a humble human being. She knows where to draw the line in taking things to heart, because she knows this is not going to last forever. People aren't going to love me forever. I might do something tomorrow. Oh, I might do something tomorrow that makes them mad, and they're gonna say, oh yeah, well, she's a 2 now. That's very unstable. How is she? No. So her opinion about herself cannot be based on what other people think about her. It doesn't make any sense. The most attractive thing that a human could do, and I don't mean this like physically, I mean like vibrationally, right? And I guess physically too, is not care about what other people say. Be self-aware. Sometimes when I say this, I'm like, this can be taken in a wrong perspective and be like, oh yeah, well, they say I'm like this and they say that I'm like that, but maybe they're the problem. No, sometimes you are the problem, and being self-aware is important. So please be self-aware. If you are the problem, fix the problem. But my point is, when you realize that the other person's opinion does not have any merit to it, ignoring it is honestly like the most attractive thing that a human being can do, because they're protecting their vibration, they're protecting their vibe, their energy. And they're not letting other people come in and ruin it and dirty it up and get in the way of what they want. Because when a person has like a solid goal, right? And a person has a way to get there, and they're like, yeah, I'm not gonna let anybody come in the way of me getting here, because I know that this is what I want. And I'm not letting anybody stop me. They, again, emit a different type of energy that attracts everybody to them. Ivy, you know, Ivy wants to go to a fashion school in Paris. And yeah, it's not a conventional thing to do. And a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, well, you're not gonna have a stable job after university, and you're not gonna, you know, have a stable income, and who knows, you could fail in like 10 years. Okay, Ivy doesn't care. She knows she's gonna figure it out. And that energy, oh my gosh, that energy, even for me sometimes, like when people say that, I'm like, wow. Like, wow. Like, me knowing all of this, it doesn't stop me from being attracted to people that have this mindset, because I'm just like, wow. The power that a human being has to have to go against the majority is incredible. And I say that because us as Homo sapiens and a species have evolved as a group. We have evolved together. We have social lives, and it's very important for our psyches, I guess, to have a social life and build connections and have like a strong interpersonal aspect of our life, right? And it is so hard sometimes to be going against that, even if you know that this is what you want to do. And I talked about this in the last episode too, is like, you just think that, well, if no one else is doing it, then I don't. Like, I don't think I should do it. Why though? Like, why? And that's exactly what Ivy thinks. She knows that no, a lot of people are not going to be happy about this, or her family's not going to be happy about this, or her best friend is not going to be supporting her, but she doesn't care. She doesn't care. She thinks, if you're not willing to support me emotionally and help me get through this process, because I'm sure going to fashion school is not a piece of cake. So they're not worthy enough to stay in my life, period. Like, I'm just not going to take their opinions into consideration anymore. And they function like they have a purpose. Ivy functions like, okay, I know that I belong in the fashion industry. I know that I can make some statements. I know that I can make my mark on the industry. There is no reason for her to be worrying about other people. She knows this is my goal in life. This is my purpose. And I'm gonna surround myself in it. She takes classes outside. She practices. She makes clothes in her house. She makes clothes in her free time. She makes clothes for other people. And this is what she's doing to be able to reach that goal and be the person that she wants to be. She is surrounding herself with her goal. She is surrounding herself with that passion. And again, people like that emit a different type of energy that people are just soaking in, because they're like, oh my god, I wish I was like that. And no one's gonna think that like up front. No one's gonna meet Ivy and be like, oh my god, I wish I had so much passion as she does. But you're gonna see the different type of drive in her that you want in your life, and you're gonna want to be friends with her. Hell, you may even want to be her, okay? Because you're like, her life looks great. And I'll tell you this, it's not because she wants people to think that her life is great. It's because her life is actually great. Like, she built that kind of environment for herself where she is thriving and she has the right tools to get to where she needs to be. And everybody wants that. The other thing that Ivy does is give her time some value. People who don't have a purpose in life don't really give their time any value. Thinking about important, like assigning importance to things. If you want to do something with your life that's important, right? Like Ivy is setting herself to go into the fashion industry. She knows that she's gonna have to give up some stuff. And that means putting a value on her time and things that she can do with her time. So think about it like it's almost like a currency, right? Like if you're taking an econ class, you kind of know what I'm talking about. What level of satisfaction are you gonna get in the future? I'm not talking about right now satisfaction, I'm talking about your delayed gratification, right? What are you gonna get in like a week? Are you gonna regret spending the time, you know, doing what you're doing right now? Or are you gonna think, oh yeah, like I'm so happy that I did this instead of that because now it's benefiting me? She is assigning a certain type of value to her time. And people can see that, you know, like she's not always gonna say yes to hang out with people. She's not always gonna say yes to go out with people. She's gonna say, hey, no, like I'm a little busy. I don't really think I can, maybe next time. Subconsciously, people will realize, I mean, they're obviously not gonna think, oh yeah, like she's putting a value on her time and obviously we're not good enough. It's not like that. It's more of like subconsciously people are gonna realize, oh yeah, like her time is important. She's just not gonna spend it with anybody that she wants to or anybody that can. She knows what she's doing. She is a busy woman. She has a goal and she's not stopping at anything to get there. People love that energy. The human body loves that kind of vibration. And people who don't give themselves value are honestly, in my opinion, the most unattractive people on this earth. Because they don't have anything to live for. They don't have a purpose. They're not trying. And I'll say this, I know at my age, it's hard to find a purpose and it's hard to be saying like, oh yeah, this is what I'm living for. This is my goal. These are my priorities and this is how I'm going to get to my goal. No, not everybody has it at my age and I get it. Nobody has it until like 20 either. But that doesn't mean that you should stop trying to find a purpose. That doesn't mean that you should try finding a hobby or something, you know, like a goal in life or, you know, having some certain set priorities that benefit yourself in the future, because not everything is about everybody else, you know, it's about your life. It's about you. So try finding something that benefits you in the future. Trying to find a purpose is halfway to being super duper attractive because you're trying. People can sense that energy. I've probably said the word energy and vibe and vibration like 200 times. It gets my point across. You know, like if you're looking at my face right now through the screen and you're thinking, wow, I'm unattractive because I don't have a goal, but I'm trying. You already got there like 80% of the way. Like the fact that you're trying, you know, at your age, assuming you're my age, to find a goal and a purpose is very attractive already. That can be physically or just vibrationally depending who you're talking to, right? But even if I were to talk about romantically, if the person that I was looking at right now and people were like, oh yeah, like do you find them attractive? Like do you like them? And they don't have any type of purpose, they don't do anything with their time, they don't have any kind of like value, I'm not gonna say yes, because what are you doing? Like that's my opinion in that situation. It can be different for anybody, but I think what makes so many people attractive like Ivy here is the fact that she's so driven and she doesn't let anybody stop her, and she has the power to say no to people, and she values herself and she's taking care of herself so that she can get to where she wants to be. And a lot of people struggle with that, which is what makes her so attractive, because people see that and they're like, oh my god, she's such a strong independent woman for being able to do that. They want to be around her, they want to be her. People may say, you know, they may look at Ivy and they might be like, oh yeah, she's hot, that's like the only reason I want to be around her, the only reason I want to be friends with her. Some people are born with genes, but not everybody is born with genes. Be freaking hot, okay? Being hot is a mentality. If you want to be hot, you know, if you want to be physically attractive, then get there. Like, do it. You know that you're not up to par right now. Like, you're a 5 right now. You want to be freaking 12. Then work for it. People can sense that. Again, just working for what you want already admits, like, a different kind of vibe that a lot of people don't have. And you want to be that one person that everybody wants to be friends with, then be that one person that everybody wants to be friends with. Stop crying about it. That is the one thing. Get rid of that victim mindset, okay? And I'll make a whole different video about that. Stop making excuses. Stop thinking about what other people say. Stop thinking that you can do what you want because you're too young. There's no such thing as too young, because the earlier you start, the better for you. You have more time to experiment with different things and, you know, like different people, different social groups, different connections, whatever it is. The more time you give yourself, the more grateful you're gonna be in like 10 years. That being said, every morning when you wake up, go look in the mirror first thing in the morning and be like, yeah, I'm hot as shit, because that'll build up your mentality. That is it for now, and I'm so excited. I loved talking about this, honestly. Like, I love talking about this so much. Like, I could be ranting for a good 2 hours about this if I had somebody that wanted to talk about it with me. And I definitely do see myself making more content on this once I learn more and become a better educated person on this. But this is what I have for you right now. Being hot is a mentality. Tell yourself that. Get better. I trust you. If I can do it, you can do it. Trust. Yeah, I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Have a good night, depending on when you're listening to this. Please, let's not talk about my hair today. It's a mess and I apologize. I just said being hot is a mentality, so who cares? All right, I'll see you next week. Bye.